you've got some exciting fillies in your yard this year. Can you tell me a bit about them?
Well, they always looked a bit better than the colts last year, certainly in their work and in their maiden wins. So it was, in terms of the ones coming forward to the Guineas, there's Daban, who obviously won the Nell Gwyn. She only ran once at Kempton, and she always looked a nice filly, quickened up well that day to win. And she did the same here in the Nell Gwyn, so she, all being well, goes on to the 1,000 Guineas here. I think she'll have learnt a lot from the race, because, first race on grass apart from anything else. And we're hopeful she'll run a big race and that she'll see the mile out. I certainly liked the way she was finishing the last part of the race. She wasn't exactly faltering as she came to the line. She was going quite strongly through it, so that's exciting. And then Dabia, she won the Fred Darling at Newbury on Saturday, and she's very much, she raced in France last year in the Prix Marcel Boussac, which is the big fillies Group 1 at the end of the year, and she ran a good race in that, and I think we'll probably point her back towards Deauville, the straight mile there, but they'll both remain in the Guineas here. Just in case we wanted to run here as well, and in case something happened, I got a snivel or something, cold weather, who knows, and then obviously then Dabby would roll into this race. But at the moment we're happy with them both. Pre-season training is the most difficult. It's cold, it's damp, it's wet, it's miserable. Who really wants to be outside all the time? And you've got to keep the horses moving and happy, but not overdoing it. And similarly with a great team here, good staff, but it's not easy for everybody that time of year, and it feels like racing's a long way off. But I think once you get through the Grand National and the flat season starts, and they came out to it very well. We weren't quite expecting to be nippy weather here. It was beautiful weather for the Craven and for Newbury. We just suddenly turned a bit northwest winds, but I had to go and get my ski gloves out again, which was slightly disappointing. But apart from that, as long as the fillies don't curl up, look, it's sunny and dry. Horses actually enjoy this weather. They love cool, dry weather. They really do. They don't like it wet and cold. Definitely not.
Can I just ask you about Shutter Speed?
Yep.
What about her?
Well, she's a lovely filly. We always thought she might be our nicest filly, middle distance filly, obviously. And she won well in soft ground at Yarmouth last year, which she didn't love. And then she went and won well at Newbury the other day in the conditions race, beating a good colt. And I think she'll go for a race like the Musadora at York, and we'll see. She seems very much a 1.25 mile filly to me. So whether she's Oaks or French Oaks, Bridiane, I don't know. But, she's only won a maiden in the conditions, so we've now got to go to group level. So every step is a step up.
So just 2 weeks away to the Guineas. I
think they're both in, top order, touch wood. They've come out of their races well. I think they're fillies that'll give a very good account of themselves. I think if they're, in the case of Rhododendron, she sets all the standards. She's already done it. And to that extent, that's a little bit like the fighter who's achieved a lot coming in their absolute prime. And these fillies, certainly Daban is not as experienced as her, but to that extent, we're a little bit more the darker horse, if you like. So we think she'll run a really good race, but we have total respect for the favourite, and it wouldn't surprise us if the favourite proves far too strong for us.